All right, folks, welcome back. This is Jake Ellenbogen of Yankees Unloaded, and this is unfortunately a Yankees Unloaded episode without Gary. He will be back tonight as we cover the Logan Gilbert Seattle Mariners game tonight with Marcus Stroman on the mound. But I wanted to do a quick recap of the Yankees-White Sox game yesterday. We didn't get an episode out, so just going to talk about that. Before we dive into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, be sure to follow me on all social media at JKBogan. Let's get started. So, with the Yankees, the way they've been playing, they've won their 7th straight game. They've won, I believe, 5 series in a row at this point. And they're really just on a tear. John Birdie hits his first home run of the season. Aaron Judge hits his 12th home run of the season. I mean, it was a cheapie, and there are no cheapies when it comes to Aaron Judge. Normally, he nukes them into the stands. This one barely made it over. Probably only would have been a home run at Yankee Stadium. Doesn't matter, though, because the bottom line is this guy is unconscious right now. And even better, Carlos Rodon, who I kind of had a suspicion last year, talked about on the show, that, hey, this is a good pitcher who last year really didn't get a chance to really spend any sort of time in spring training, and he was dealing with injury. So he comes back, and immediately he's thrown under the bus, he's thrown under the rug, he's, thrown right in the fire. And I get it. Guy's making, tons of money, the 8-year deal and everything. But it was hard for him. I think there was a confidence issue. And, this year, haven't really seen that. I mean, Rodon, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, gave up 2 early on. Yankees came back, gave him some run support, and that was it. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Rodon's ERA continues to drop, and now, we're looking in the 3.27 range. So he's just been on a tear this year, and it's not really a surprise. I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden this ERA dips below 3. If we get in the 2s, I won't be shocked. There's already 2 pitchers doing that, of course, in Luis Gil and Clark Schmidt. But I will say this, when it comes to Rodon, some interesting stuff yesterday, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the exact quote in front of me. But he basically said, last year was, a lot of stress and everything and, a lot of pressure. And this year he just feels like it's home. And that's a good thing to hear. But it's also, I feel happy for Rodon. I feel happy for his wife, who was dealing with it on Twitter last year from all sorts of fans that were throwing him under the bus. And I get it. I mean, he didn't pitch well at all last year. But this year he's pitched very well. And another guy that's pitched really well is Clay Holmes, who still has not given up a run. It was another, easy out, 2 1/3 he pitched. Michael Tonkin pitched 2 1/3. I mean, I'll say this. Looking at the pitching right now, this is the best team in baseball. And I feel like I say it a lot, actually. But, I mean, it really is. Who is better right now than the New York Yankees? You could argue the Phillies. You could argue the Dodgers. Especially in the AL, I don't think there's anybody better. I think the Orioles got them during a slump, and I think the next time they play the Orioles, we're going to see firsthand. But right now, just kind of looking at the Yankees and what the lineup looks like. Volpe's hitting 270. Soto's now hitting 311. Judge is hitting 266. Verdugo hitting 244. Stanton hitting 252. Rizzo hitting 256. Torres, another 2-hit game for him, hitting 225. Trevino's hitting 284. And John Birdie is hitting 277. This is just a really good lineup all across the board with some elite talent. I mean, you have a lot of explosion at the top of the lineup in Soto and Judge. Stanton has been really good for them. And then, of course, you have Rizzo, who another 2-hit game for him. You had 3 guys with multi-hit games here, in this game. Birdie hit 2, Torres, and Rizzo. So really good stuff there. A huge 2-out, 3-run shot by John Birdie kind of took the game and just completely sent it. It was 2-2 after the Trevino 2-run base knock. And then, in the 4th inning, Birdie gets a hold of one and just launches in the seats for his first home run as a Yankee. And now it's 5-2. And at that point, we always joke about it, but it really feels like This pitching is that good where if the Yankees score 5 runs, they're winning 90% of the time. And then Judge hits the 2-run shot to bring in Soto in the 5th. And that was all she wrote. I mean, never at any point, 7-2, never at any point felt like the White Sox were coming back. And to be fair, we went into this, Gary and I went into the series knowing the White Sox weren't going to win a game if the Yankees just played solid baseball. The Yankees are astronomically better. They're 33-15, 16-6 on the road. And the White Sox are 14-33, and they're 4-19 on the road. They're just a bad baseball team. Now, obviously, there are guys that are hitting for the White Sox. I mean, there's going to be guys hitting in the majors no matter what team. And I mean, Tommy Pham, he did nothing in this game. So when Tommy Pham's not hitting, you're in trouble. Julks hit the home run. He's hitting 429. So obviously, he's doing well. Lee, the DH there, he's hitting 292. But aside from that, I mean, Eloy Jimenez had a hit, but it's really just it's not great for them right now. So the whole thing is for the Yankees, you have to be able to take advantage of these opportunities. You're beating up on the Houston Astros teams of the world. You're winning the Cleveland Guardians series. You're destroying the Twins, who are a good baseball team. You beat the Diamondbacks in the series. You have to be able to sweep these games. These are easy. These pale in comparison. You got the Dodgers next month. Gary and I are going to try to go to one of those games. You have the Dodgers next month, okay? Seattle's not going to be easy. This game at the stadium, I think it's a 3-game set, maybe even a 4-game set, if I'm not mistaken. This is not going to be an easy, series. The Mariners have talent, but when you go up against a White Sox team that is abysmal at the plate, and just really, the pitching isn't that great, I mean, there's no excuse. And so, the Yankees took it to Chris Flexen, who pitched 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. I just really love what I'm seeing from this team. Is this a team that needs to even make a move at the deadline to help their lineup out? Absolutely not. Peraza, because they are so loaded right now. Peraza, who was gifted, I believe, an extra option so he can go to AAA. He finished his rehab assignments and literally got sent to AAA. So he can come back. He's got one more, but the Yankees don't appear to be in any sort of hurry to bring him up. Jason Dominguez is currently working on a rehab assignment. The Yankees are not rushing him. They're not rushing Cole. They're not rushing Canely. So right now, the Yankees are feeling really good about their roster. The biggest issue with their roster, I think, is depth, and that's something that's going to be easily fixed when you have Jason Dominguez here and you bring up Peraza and you bring back DJ LeMahieu. That's the thing. The Yankees have more depth than just about anybody in baseball once those guys are back from injury. And the thing that is so funny about this team is they're 33-15, and if you believe in the laws of, you can't fix what's not already broken, then you're not really even touching this lineup. You're not adding Peraza, you're not adding Jason Dominguez, and you're not adding DJ LeMahieu. Also, based on that premise, you wouldn't add Garrett Cole to the rotation. However, I do think, obviously, Garrett Cole will be added, but I do think the Yankees have a really interesting decision to make here. Because Garrett Cole is going to be added to the rotation one way or another. But the Yankees are going to be met with a legitimate discussion internally that they're going to have to come to an agreement on. Everyone in the rotation, right? This is the best rotation in baseball, okay? Everyone's ERA, I believe, except for Nestor Cortez. I believe it's just Nestor who's not in the 3s, and he actually might be after the last start. So I'll check that out right now. But I mean, guys, you talk about, the way Heel is pitching, 14 strikeouts the other night. He's got he's got 49 innings pitched this year, and he's got a 1.08 whip, a 2.39 ERA. Clark Schmidt has a 2.49 ERA with a 1.13 whip. Marcus Stroman has a 3.33 ERA with a 1.42 whip. He's walking more than anybody. Carlos Rodon, 3.27 with a 1.20. And Nestor Cortez, 3.56 with a 1.05. So now Nestor's below 4. The point I'm making here is none of these 5 guys should be demoted. And you don't have to. In my opinion, bringing back Garrett Cole should be used in a way that benefits the Yankees. I don't think it benefits the Yankees to take out a great starter right now and just throw him in the bullpen and potentially ruin him. So what do I propose? Well, you're not going to just say, hey, Garrett Cole, we don't need you. We pay you over $300 million. That contract, we don't need you. No. What the Yankees need to do is this. They need to go to a six-man rotation. Simple as that. Because you're not benching Heel. You're not putting him in the bullpen. You're not putting Clark Schmidt in the bullpen. You're not putting Cortez. You're not putting Rodon. And maybe the argument would be you'd put Marcus Stroman because the walks, that's probably it. But theoretically, none of these guys deserve demotion, okay? None of them. So I'm of the belief that the Yankees have to go to a 6-man rotation. And if they do that, I think not only will that help out, help them integrate Garrett Cole, because he'll have 6 days instead of 5. But I also think it's going to help everybody else. It's going to keep guys fresher. I think it would work very well. Now, you'd have to do something like that on, an off day. You'd have to reset the rotation essentially. And that would be around the time off day. Garrett Cole's already on the team. He's ready to go. I make Garrett Cole my ace. So I pitch him first and then just go down the row. And to be honest with you, at this point, I think it'd be Garrett Cole, Rodon. I think you could probably make the argument for Heel, Schmidt, and Cortez as the 5th. As the 6th. So, Stroman. Good. I'm all over the place. So, Cole, Rodon, because he's got to be your number 2 based on what you're paying him. Then the third pitcher, they'd probably use Cortez. And then the 4th, I think that they would move Heel and Schmidt, and Stroman would be the 6th guy, if, in my opinion. They're not out on Stroman, but I could definitely see him being the 6th guy in the 6-man rotation. If they really have to take anyone out, to me, it's Cortez or Stroman. You cannot take Heel out. You cannot take Clark Schmidt out. Their stuff is getting better and better and better. And to be honest with you, Heel's been the best pitcher on the team. What's crazy to me is his walks were so bad at the beginning of the year. And now he's got the lowest whip aside from Nestor Cortez in the rotation. He's got the best ERA at 2.39. Everything that we talked about in regards to Luis Heel in spring training has translated directly to the regular season, and it is a sight to see. So that is my thought there. Looking at this game, 7-2 win, you'll take that all day. I just think, end of the day, folks, that's the decision they're going to have to make. I think it's pressing. I think they have to go to a 6-man rotation. I just don't think you could take any of these guys out. You can't. I think you do more harm, risking just trying to keep the 5 guys as it is. You do more harm than you would if you just extended it to a 6-man rotation. And it's not like 6-man rotations don't exist, and they've never existed before. They very much exist, and I think it makes a lot of sense for the Yankees. So those are my thoughts. Now, this Seattle Mariners series, like I said, we'll cover that tonight. Gary and I will cover this game. Tonight's game, 7:05, Yankees-Mariners. Mariners are 25-22. They are not a great road baseball team. They are very good at home. This is a 4-game series. So Logan Gilbert, who's had success against the Yankees in the past, a 3.07 ERA, a .95 whip. This is somebody that does not walk too many batters, but he does give up the long ball. He's given up 7 of them this year. Same with Stroman. Stroman does walk batters. He has a 3.33 ERA. Tonight is going to be interesting. Okay. You know, Julio Rodriguez is, you know, the big name. Obviously, everyone knows him, J-Rod. But, you know, Rallier, the catcher, DH, he is going to be somebody there who I think definitely is somebody to look out for with Stroman. He's got 10 homers on the year. It's not really like a great batting average or anything like that, 228. But I think Rallier is somebody who, if you get some guys on base, he can do damage. Like I said, he's left the yard 10 times. So that's tonight. Appreciate you guys watching. It's a quick update, quick episode. Just wanted to get something out here for you guys. Again, we're not done. We're just trying to, you know, figure things out. It is a lot. Definitely a big commitment to take on to try to do every single game. So we're trying our best. But hope you guys enjoyed this recap, and we'll see you guys soon.